Welcome to Cat Facts Funny, a softer, slower, warmer corner of the web, where we think together the emotional structure of cats not as puzzles to solve, but as quiet companions who carry feelings far deeper than most people ever notice. Today, we step into a delicate moment, the moment after a mistake, after a flinch, after trust bends in the small, silent way only a cat understands. And I want to take you on a journey inside that moment, to see why some cats hold on to discomfort for far longer than you'd expect, and why there is only one kind of apology that truly reaches them. The memory your cat never talks about. A cat doesn't remember the world the way you and I do. They don't replay scenes. They don't reconstruct events. They don't sit there thinking, this happened, then that, and then you said this. They remember feelings. They remember the emotional imprint a moment left in their body, and that imprint becomes the story. If you move too quickly and they flinch, they don't file away the details of what you were holding or where you were going. They remember the sensation inside their chest, the fast beat of fear, the electric startle that jumps from their spine to their whiskers. They remember the sound of your voice if it was sharp, even for 1 second. They remember confusion if a loud noise followed your movement. They remember the way their muscles tightened, the subtle ache of instinct telling them to hide. And whether you meant to scare them or not, your intention disappears. Cats don't process intentions and aims. They process safety. This is why an accident, one clumsy step, one dropped object, one urgent grab, can sit inside a cat's memory for hours, days, even weeks. It's not that they're dramatic or holding grudges the way people do. It's that their internal library is organized by emotion, not reason. A moment that felt threatening gets written into memory with a bold marker, and unless something changes, they treat it as truth. Your truth is, I didn't mean it. Their truth is, but I felt it. And until those two truths meet again, the distance remains. The quiet ways cats show their hurt. Humans externalize pain. Cats internalize it. When a cat is uncomfortable with you, they don't make a scene. They don't argue, don't lecture, don't demand explanations. Instead, their body shifts into small, protective patterns that only someone paying close attention can recognize. Maybe it starts with space. They choose another room, another chair, another pathway around the house to avoid passing near you. They don't hiss or glare. They simply adjust their orbit. Or maybe it shows in their timing. They hesitate before joining you in bed. They approach slowly instead of confidently. They wait for you to settle before entering the room. They create pauses where there were none before. Sometimes they watch you more than usual. Not angrily, not accusingly, but cautiously, as if they're trying to understand whether the moment that scared them was a one-time event or the beginning of a pattern they should be wary of. And sometimes their silence is the loudest message. A cat who normally sits on your chest might move to your feet. A cat who usually nudges your hand might wait for you to offer it instead. A cat who greets you at the door may stand in the hallway, observing from a distance. These changes are not punishment. They're protection. They're the feline version of, I'm not sure yet. Cats withdraw trust quietly, almost gracefully. And because they do it with such subtlety, many people misunderstand what's happening. They assume the cat is fine because nothing dramatic occurred. But a cat's retreat is not lack of emotion. It is full emotion expressed gently. And recognizing that gentleness is the first step to repairing the moment. Why cats don't simply get over it. In many species, reconciliation is instinctive. Wolves have post-conflict gestures. Primates repair social bonds through grooming. Dogs lean into affection to ease tension. Even elephants return to each other with soft rumbles of reassurance. Cats do not have this built-in instinct. Not with their own species and certainly not with humans. In the wild, a cat's survival depends on caution. If something feels unsafe, they do not test it repeatedly. They do not wait and see. They avoid until clear, unmistakable evidence shows that danger has passed. This instinct remained as they evolved alongside humans. That is why giving it time doesn't always work with cats. Time alone does not heal. Repetition of safety heals. If the emotional tone that frightened them is not replaced with a different, calmer, softer pattern, their memory keeps the moment active. They remember the spike of fear, the sudden sound, the sharp gesture. They remember how their body reacted, and they avoid re-entering that emotional landscape. To us, this looks like a grudge. To them, it is survival. And the beautiful thing is that cats do not want to stay distant. They want peace, stability, predictability. They want the comfort of knowing that your presence means safety, not tension. But because they won't initiate reconciliation, the responsibility falls on you. Not to fix your mistake perfectly, but to show them, through consistent softness, that the danger is gone. The human reaction that complicates everything. When humans hurt someone, even accidentally, we typically do the same thing. We apologize immediately, loudly, emotionally. We rush in with explanations. We say their name. We touch their arm. We try to fix it with presence, not space. This instinct works beautifully with people. With cats, it backfires. If you step on a tail and gasp, the sound may feel like an explosion. If you reach out quickly, the hand becomes another threat. If your voice shakes with worry, they hear intensity, not love. If you stare into their eyes to show sincerity, they see a predator assessing them. If you try to pet them while they're still startled, the touch becomes another source of tension. And when your first attempt fails, your second attempt often makes it worse. Not because you mean harm, but because you're trying to repair in a human language instead of a feline one. A cat reads your tone, your posture, your movement, your stillness. They don't understand an apology, but they understand your energy. And if that energy is fast, loud, or impulsive, it reinforces the original fear. This is why some cats avoid you for hours after an accident. Not because you hurt them physically, but because your emotional reaction made that moment feel bigger than their body could process. To repair trust with a cat, you must become fluent in the language they were born speaking. How cats recognize a true apology. A true apology to a cat is not verbal. It is not explanatory. It is not emotional. It is safe. Safety is the only language a cat trusts. Safety is the only currency that repairs what was bent. Safety is the only apology they can understand. When you shift your posture, your tone, your pace, your gaze, their nervous system recognizes that shift long before they consciously process it. You're telling them, without words, I'm not danger, I'm not tension, I'm soft again. This is why the smallest gestures carry enormous weight. The way you avert your gaze, the way you lower your body, the way you blink slowly, the way you breathe softly instead of quickly, the way you let silence become reassurance instead of pressure, the way you place something familiar between you and them, the way you give them the choice to approach instead of asking them to. In that quiet space, your cat starts rewriting the moment. The fear loosens, the memory softens, the emotional imprint shifts. It's not forgiveness the way humans understand it. It is safety returning to a body that needed time to settle. And once that happens, your cat begins moving toward you again, not out of obligation, but out of trust. The bridge between two nervous systems. Humans and cats live with completely different emotional speeds. A human's emotional recovery often happens through expression. A cat's recovery happens through observation. When you speak, a cat listens to the rhythm, not the meaning. When you reach out, a cat watches the speed, not the intention. When you approach, a cat measures the predictability, not the purpose. This is why the process of repairing trust with a cat is almost meditative. You slow yourself, you soften your gaze, you lower your center of gravity. You offer yourself not as a pleading presence, but as a predictable one. And when you do that, your nervous system changes the room. Cats feel this more strongly than any word you could ever say. This shared silence becomes the bridge between two species, one verbal, one instinctive, meeting in a space where apology is not spoken but embodied. Thank you for stepping into this tender corner of feline emotion with Cat Facts Funny. a place where we try to understand not just what cats do, but how they feel, and how those feelings shape the tiny decisions they make every day. Your stories, your observations, and your experiences breathe life into this space. So if this episode stirred something in you, share it in the comments. Tell us about your cat, the moment you misunderstood each other, or the quiet way they forgave you long before you realized something had happened. Don't forget to like and subscribe, not just to stay updated, but to stay connected to this quiet, thoughtful community of people who choose to understand their cats more deeply every day. And above all, thank you for caring enough to listen. Cats notice everything, and they notice you trying.